Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, Moletrap here, and this is Game 3 of Group A of the Korean Air OSL Round of 16. This is Flash versus the loser of this game. I mean, Flash versus Hyvaa. And I'm expecting Flash to get completely trounced here, actually. I know that Flash is basically the best player ever to play StarCraft. He's considered the ultimate weapon because he doesn't have a bad matchup. He can beat anyone at any time, anywhere, on any map, with any build. But you know what? I just have a feeling today that Hyvaa is just going to be able to overcome all that. He's going to overcome his own mediocrity, overcome the fact that Flash has only lost 2 or 3 games versus Zerg in the last, in this calendar year. That guy looks like John Lennon a little bit. The guy on the right. Anyway, he's going to overcome all of that. And Hyvaa is going to be victorious against the great and mighty Flash. I can feel it in my bones. Just kidding. No, Hyvaa's going to get trounced. We'll see. We will see. You can never tell. Sometimes even a player like Hyun will beat Flash. Hyun, I would say, is on about the same level as Hyvaa. So, you know, Hyun beat Flash actually on this map. He found a hole in Flash's defenses, ran his Mutalisks through and did a ton of damage to Flash's supply line. And when the Marines came to attack, the SCVs and the command center were actually in the way, and so the Marines couldn't concentrate their fire on Flash's, on the Mutalisks. So, anyway. By the way, the video that I'm watching right now is a little bit jerky. I'm not sure why. It could be my computer or something. But I do apologize if what you're watching is also a little bit jerky. But it's a good quality videos I've been getting these days. So people say, "Wow, these video quality is great lately. Thanks, keep it up." It's like, well, it's all whatever videos I can get a hold of. So I don't have too much control over it, unfortunately. Haven't quite been able to move to Korea and record games directly off my Korean television yet. Anyway, yes. So Flash is opening with freaking gas. What is going on here? This is insane. Flash has gone 1 racks into command center every game I've seen him for, from now till the end of time, except for I think he went an 8 racks build against Jaedong once, which he lost in the finals. But he is the master of 1 racks into command center, and here he is going for a factory, an early factory against Hyvaa, which is pretty ridiculous. And Hyvaa doesn't know this is coming either. He's probably going to see that early racks and not sure what's going on. I mean, he's going to think it's, normal 1 racks into command center, basically. And what's he? Oh, he's gonna float the racks up and try and kill that Overlord. Is the Overlord gonna see the factory? It turns away. It's turning away to try and escape from those Marines. He's got the barracks and the Marines chasing it. It's almost dead. Oh my gosh, the Overlord gonna go down. He's got the Marine moving on the side. Is he gonna escape? The Overlord dies. Flash bones the Overlord. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look. I can't see where the factory is in relation to that. Now he's getting a machine shop, and if they move down a little bit, I'll be able to see. It's hard for me to tell what the distance between that, where the Overlord was and the factory was, so I don't know if he's seen that factory or not. He's probably going to get speed vultures is what I'm thinking, and use speed vultures to protect this fast expansion and hopefully do some damage. And if he has a sunken colony up, so he probably saw the factory is what I'm thinking. Otherwise he wouldn't have that sunken colony up if he didn't suspect some kind of mech coming. He may have also seen that there just wasn't very many Marines and the command center had not been planted out there. It's hard to tell. Anyway, so that was a nice little move there by Flash, though, going for just 2 Marines and then using his barracks. Just brilliant, absolutely brilliant stuff there. And here comes the Vulture. Vultures are out. He could go for mines instead of speed as well. I'm not sure what he's planning on doing exactly there, but if he does go for speed, he'll be able to run by that single sunken colony. That sunk is not very protected. Okay, well, Flash knows the sunk is there now, but he would need to have like an Evo chamber or something in the way, or some Zerglings to keep those vultures from just running straight by and destroying the main. Okay, so he is putting down some mines, and that's going to give him some good map control. This is very similar to what we've seen Up Magic do in the past, actually. Fantasy kind of came out with the mech stuff, mech versus Zerg, and made it popular. But I think Up Magic's variation was a nice variation. I haven't seen a lot lately though. It may have been solved, but Up Magic was the first, I think, to really use those mines to get a fast expansion going. Fantasy generally did a more slower play, one base mech thing, but his expansion was a lot slower than what we saw Up Magic do. Oh wow, drags that mine all the way in there. Almost. Oh man, that would have been epic if he dragged that mine into the SCVs. That would have been epic. Anyway, so basically my point is that Hyvaa cannot move out right now. He can't really move out of his base because there's these mines everywhere, so he couldn't get mass Hydros and try to attack Flash while he's a little bit vulnerable, while he doesn't have very many units. So in the meantime, Flash has been able to get his expansion going, get his tech going, get, I think, a second factory down, and start producing Goliaths. And so he's and Hyvaa really, I gotta say, is doing a really good job of doing these mine drags though. I gotta hand it to him. He's really clearing out these mines very effectively with just a few Zerglings. I mean, it's kind of free kills for Flash though, I guess, since he has the vultures still and he just had to lay the mines down. But that is really smart, I have to admit, really smart of Hyvaa to be doing that with the mines, planting them all over the place, making sure that Hyvaa cannot attack him with some Hydras or something like that. But now we see a bunch of Mutas popping out. I was going to say, uh-oh, whenever you see that many eggs at once, it's usually Mutas. Now he's got Mutas out. He's going to be able to chase back these vultures. And Flash is hopefully going to be prepared for it. He's got Goliath there. He's destroying his own supply depot just to make it easier for his... well, no, maybe he's not, actually. Maybe he just misclicked. I thought he was going to make it easier for him to move through that choke or whatever. Turrets are almost up. The Mutas are coming in. Oh, turret comes up in just the exact right moment. Oh, man, his timing is good. There's still... he's got the engineering bay floating so that the turrets can see above that ridge so that the Mutas will not be able to dodge hits by going out of sight behind that ridge there above it. And so that's really a good idea there. But the Goliaths, I'm not sure if they're range upgraded yet. I think I saw the machine shop spinning, so if they're not, then they are going to be soon. Anyway, but he's got a lot of Goliaths here, so I don't think these Mutalisks are going to be able to do too much damage, and so they're just going to be kind of, they're going to keep Flash in his base. Uh-oh, did I see an idle SCV on Flash's part behind that mineral line? For shame. Yeah, but the Mutalisks are going to be, they're enough that Flash can't quite move out from his turrets just yet. So he is going to have to play defensively a little bit, and that's going to give Hyvaa a little bit of time to get another base going. And that's exactly what he's doing, is getting that top left base going. And he's sneaking this Overlord up here slowly in order to kill off that mine so he can plant down a hatchery. I'm kind of surprised even... Well... Actually, never mind. I was going to say he might be able to take another base also, but that's actually not the case, because Flash has a lot of Goliaths now. He's got quite a few Goliaths, and he would be able to slaughter a decent amount of Hydralisks even with just those Goliaths. Anyway, I wonder if we're not going to see it, but we just saw Gogo actually do a nice little move where he did similar build. He got some mech going, he got an expansion, and then he actually switched into a hidden M&M as well, so the M&M were just able to tear apart the Hydralisks that came out after that. It doesn't look like Flash is going to do that. I just thought I'd mention that in case anyone missed that game. Anyway, but Flash has a sizable force now. He's trying to just send out some exploratory forces with these vultures again, and actually he is moving out with a force of Goliaths. He's going to be moving out here. There's a lot of Hydralisks on the ground now. If Flash can get 1 or 2 tanks mixed into his army, then that will be a very, very difficult to stop army. But the Vultures as well are going to be able to do good because he can plant down the mines, and the mines are going to, especially if he can, to just that, use the Goliaths to pick off Overlords, so he's not going to be able to see the mines, then the mines will be able to do a lot of damage to the Hydralisks. He might even fight kind of like you fight Vultures versus versus Dragoons.